the night that Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. Some of the boys got loaded drunk, and they ain't got sober yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, every man was feeling gay. Oh, Irene came with the bagpipes, some music to play. That's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin shame in the week that one another. And every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Hey! As Mrs. Murphy sat in the corn pouring out her beer, and Kelly and his gang kept tearing down the streets. They went to an empty room in a bottle of whiskey store. They put the bottle with the corpse to keep that whiskey cold. Hey, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin shame and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Hey! On two Sunday morning, after emptying the jug, although was up the ice too late to see Pat Murphy's blood, we stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. And now the 1:45, the arguing was 9. Yeah, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin shame and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Hey! They stopped the hearse on George Street outside the Sand and Loon. They went round at 8:30 and said good afternoon. They went to the graveyard, so holy and sublime. When found out that when they got there, they left the corpse behind. That's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin shame and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Hey! Well, the night that Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. No. Well, some of the boys got loaded drunk and they ain't got sober yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, every man was feeling gay. Old Irene came with a bagpipe, some music for to play. Hey, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. He said it was a sin shame and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. And every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Hey!
Yeah! Well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are beyond Ireland. We're going to do some Canadian East Coast, some Irish songs, and of course, just have fun. So, we're going to jump on a ship. And we're going to say goodbye to everybody. But
goodbye,
we
Patty.
Careful. We got to be careful to the dangers that might happen on the water. 'Cause the ship it sails in half an hour to across the broad Atlantic. All my friends then standing on the quay with grief and sorrow frantic. I am just about to sail away on the good ship Dan O'Leary. 1, 2, 3, 4. The anchor's weighed and the gangway's up. I'm leaving Tipperary. It's goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kate and Mary. The anchor's weighed and the gangway's up. I'm leaving Tipperary. And now the steam is blowing up and I have no more to say. I'm bound to Sudbury City, boys, 3,000 miles away. On my portmanteau I have some cabbage, beans and some bacon. And if you think I can't eat that, oh boys, you're so mistaken. This ship will play pitch and toss, corner and toss and farther, and roll my bundle on my back until it's on some sunny port, and then my friends will treat me. I'm deep in love with Molly Burger, it's a swollen clover. I'll send before her when I get, oh come on, say come on over. Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kate and Mary. I'll make his way to the gangways up, I'm leaving Tipperary. And now the steam is rising up and I have no more to say. I'm bound for Sudbury City, boys, 3,000. Come on, Ricky! Then fare thee well, old Erin dear, pardon me as well. A fair in Cork and in Cape Fear, I see you're not my equal. I'm going for and parts are bound and cannibals may eat us. Never forget holy ground for poison and potatoes. Hey! Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kate and Mary. I'll make his way to the gangways up, I'll leave it Tipperary. And now the steam is rising up and I have no more to say. I'm bound for Sudbury City, boys, 3,000. One more time, come on. Goodbye Mick, goodbye Pat, goodbye Kate and Mary. On the anchor's way to the gangways up, I'm leaving Tipperary. And now the steam is rising up and I have no more to say. I'm bound for Sudbury City, boys, 3,000 miles away. I'm bound for Sudbury City, boys, 3,000 miles away. Hey, goodbye Mick. Goodbye, everybody. See you later. Oh, that's a great hand clapper, a toe tapper. Man. So since we're on this little Beyond Ireland ship, which we are sailing across the ocean, leaving Ireland on the way to Newfoundland, we're going to keep our eye open for some very, very strange looking things.
Can we stop for a minute? I'm getting seasick.
Sure we can.
I'm getting seasick with all these waves.
Sploosh. Sploosh. Anyways, yeah. It could actually happen.
I feel good. Yeah, I feel good now.
Oh. Well, we're all going to take a turn here. We're going to sing what happens on this voyage where we might find these female fish-like creatures swimming around our ship. Let's find out what happens. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping at the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below. Hey! It was Friday morning when we set sail, and we weren't far from the land, no. Our captain, he spied, yes, a mermaid so fair, with a comb and a glass in her hand. Come on! The ocean waves do roll, and stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping at the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. The landlubbers lie down below. Come on, cabin boy.
Then up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a fine old man was he. This fishy mermaid has one more year of our doom. We shall sink to the bottom of the sea.
Hey, hey.
The ocean waves do roll, and stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping at the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below. Come on!
Then up spoke a captain boy on our gallant ship. A proud young man was he. Was saying I have the sweetheart in Sudbury by the sea, and tonight she'll be paying for me.
And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping on the top, and the landlubbers lie down below.
ship, and a fine spoken man was he.
Oh, yes, he was.
Saying, I have a wife and sailing by the sea, and tonight will be weeping for me.
Ocean waves to roll, and the stormy winds to blow. We poor sailors are skipping at the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. The landlubbers lie down below.
Come on, Ricky. Times around was spun a galley ship, and 3 times round was she. Oh, 3 times around spun a galley ship, and she sank to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, the stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping at the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. The landlubbers lie down below. One more time, come on. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping at the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below, below. The landlubbers lie down below, below, below. The landlubbers lie down below. Whoa! Landlubbers down below.
What a ride, what a ride.
What a ride. We finally made our way to Newfoundland. And of course, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, we're going to park ourselves for a little bit. And of course, we're going to feature our drummer, Alex Julien, on vocals with the great Ron, what's his name? Ron
Hines.
Ron Hines. Is he related to the ketchup guy?
No.
I'm not sure.
I don't think they make ketchup in Newfoundland.
A beautiful ballad. Dedicate this, I guess, to your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the tune. Sonny lives on a farm in a wide open space where you could take off your shoes and give up the race, or you could lay down your head by a sweet riverbed. But Sonny always remembered what it was his mama said. Here we go. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And the nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny carries a load, though he's barely a man. There ain't all to do, but he does what he can. And he watches the sea from a room by the stairs, and the waves keep on rolling. He's done that for years and years. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. It's 100 miles to town, Sonny's never been there. Then he goes to the highway and he stands there and stares. And the mail comes at 4, and the mailman is old, but he still dreams his dreams full of silver and gold. Sonny Sonny's dream can't be real. They're just stories he said. They're just stars in his eyes. They're just dreams in his head. And he's hungry inside for the wild world outside. And I know I can't hold him. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. Sonny, don't go away. I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And the nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. More time, guys. Sonny, don't go away. I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And the nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong. Sonny lives on a farm.
Yeah, Sonny's Dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think I saw some lips moving in that camera there. Yeah, there's some people from the East Coast singing with you. Alex, good job. That was awesome. Well, something that's very special to me is the Irish ballads, how they really tell the story of what happened back in the day with the land and so forth, and of course with the British rule and just how history shaped itself. And this next song is all about how there was large consequences if you were caught stealing. And this man is actually caught stealing for his family and is sent on a prison ship, and I believe all the way to Australia. So it was quite the ordeal. So here's a beautiful song called "Lonely," "The Fields of Athenry," sorry, by Paddy Riley. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Yes, our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine in the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Yes, our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. You're so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. By lonely harbor wall, yes, I watched the last star fall as a prison ship lays out against the sky. Yes, she'll wait and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. Oh, it's so lonely around the fields of Bath and Rye. Low lie the fields of Bath and Rye, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Yes, our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. Low lie the fields of Bath and Rye, where once we watched the small flea birds fly. The wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. It's so lonely around the fields of Bath and Thanks very much.
What a beautiful song. I like that song. You did it. You never lost it, Rod. Never lost it. For all these days for Patty's.
I don't know if I ever had it, but if I never had it, I could never lose it. So that's good. That's good. Well, out of prison, Michael has been freed miraculously. Well, he's got another problem, you know, because as you can tell by my lovely scarf here, is that there's been some issues when it comes to the religious views when it comes to Ireland. So what happens when your mother is Catholic and your father is Protestant? Like, what happens exactly?
It gets a big mix-up.
Or vice versa. It doesn't matter. It could be a big mix-up. So here, let's find out how this goes out. 1, 2, 3. It is the biggest mix-up that you'd have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Hey! My father was an oyster man, and Protestant was he. My mother was a Catholic girl, from County Clark was she. They married in 2 churches, and happily end up until the day that I was born. Then things got a little tough. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Baptized by Father Riley, I was rushed away by car. Be made a little orangeman, me father's shining star. That's Christian David Anthony, but still in spite of that, my father called me William. Oh, my mother, she called me Pat. It's the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. With mother every Sunday or to mass I proudly stroll. Then after that the Orange Lodge would try to save my soul. They both tried to claim me, but I was smart because I played the flute, I played the harp, depending where I was. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and mother, she... Come on, hey! One day me ma's relations came around to visit me, just as my father's kinfolk was sitting down for tea. They tried to smooth things over, but they began to fight. And me be strictly neutral, I stepped everyone in sight. Oh, it's the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. My parents never could agree about my type of school. My learning was all done at home, that's why I'm such a fool. But they both passed on, God bless them, and left me caught between this awful color problem. The orange and the green, oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. Oh, it is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and me mother, she was green. Yeah, see, we're mixed up. It's okay. It goes with the
It's
song.
that darn orange.
It goes with the song.
It's always the orange.
Well, we are mixed people, you know.
Here we are.
True.
Oh, we're going to go sailing again. The thing is that we found out that there's outside influences, right, that could affect our trip, but now there's inside influences. It's called whiskey or rum, right? there's lots of different things happening on the ship. So here's our version of a great big sea type thing. What else? Let's play with it. Hey, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. What do you do with the drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. You hoist him up to the topsail yard, hoist him up to the topsail yard, hoist him up to the topsail yard, I'm early in the morning. Come on, boys. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Yeah, shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Early in the morning. Yeah, put him down with the captain's daughter. Put him down with the captain's daughter. Put him down with the captain's daughter. Early in the morning. Oh, way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Well, that's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Way, hey, and away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we go, riding on a donkey. Was you ever in Quebec, launching timber off the deck, when you break your bleeding neck, riding on a donkey? Way, hey, and away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, and away we go, riding on a donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was you ever around Cape Horn, where the weather's never warm? Wish to God you had never been born, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, away we go, riding on a donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was you ever around Cape Horn, where the weather's never warm? Wish to God you'd have never been born, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, away we go, riding on a donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was Was you ever in Miramichi where the girls out to the tree? Let the girls sit on your knee, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, away we go, riding on a donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was you ever in Fortune Bay? See the girls out shout, hooray! Here comes Dad with Henry Spray, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, away we go, riding on a donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was you ever in Sudbury Town? See the king, he does come down. See the king in his golden crown, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, away we go, riding on a donkey. Way, hey, away we go, donkey riding, way, hey, away we go, riding on a donkey. 'Cause way up she rises, way up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. That's what you do with a drunken sailor, that's what you do with a drunken sailor, that's what you do with a drunken sailor. So early in the morning. Yeah. That was a rough ride. Woohoo! Well, I hope everybody's having a great time at home. So it's nice to have our group asked again to sing for this Heart to Home series. Thank you to all the organizers and thank you to all the technical staff. I'd like to introduce the band. I have on my left and your right, we have Jason Maillard on bass. And to my right and your left, we have Richard Maillard.
Howdy doody.
The elder of the group. And the comedian, obviously.
Top of the morning.
And of course, behind me, not last, but of course a vital part of this group, we have Alex Julien.
Hello.
Yeah, on the cajon and the kick drum. And myself, I'm Rod Maillard, who's kind of stuck in the middle of all this. So, we talked about putting somebody, the drunken sailor, inside the room with the captain's daughter. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, her name happens to be Irene. So, the thing is, it happened as a spoof, but of course, this drunken sailor, the thing is, he's in love with Irene now. So what are we going to do about that?
Well, we tell him to say goodnight to her.
We should sing it. Yeah.
We got to tell goodnight to Irene.
Well, I think Irene's going to say goodnight to the sailor. That's what's going to happen.
That goes out to Patty Walsh, by the way. Passed on earlier this year. That was his favorite song, and the only guy that sang that in the Patty's Picturess was Patty.
Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Oh, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. Hey! Last night I got married. Me and my love settled down. Now me and my love are all parted. I'm gonna take another stroll downtown. Come on, at home, sing with us. Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Oh, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in a town. Sometimes I have a great notion, oh no, to jump in the river and drown. Sing up. Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Oh, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Stop your rambling. Hey, no. Stop your gambling. Woo. Stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family. Sit down by the fireside light. Irene, good night. what love I do. I'll love you till the river runs dry. But if Irene turns her back upon me, I'll take morphine and die. Not really. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Oh, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. One more time, come on. Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Oh, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Oh, Irene, good night, Irene. Irene, good night. Oh, good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Yeah. Excellent.
Whoa! I think we just woke her up.
Excellent.
I felt the earth.
Well, we got time for a couple more tunes here. Talking about girls, I guess we might as well sing about this one. This is another type of arrangement, but the guy's not too convinced. I think he's got he kind of has his eye on somebody else, but mom has. Anyways, it's all set up. So let's find out what the story is with this one. 2, 3. There's a neat little lass and her name is Mary Mac. Well, make no mistake, she's the one I'm gonna track. There's a lot of other fellas that will get it on her back, and I'm thinking I'll get her early. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry me. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm gonna be Mary so she can take care of me. We'll all be merry when I marry her. Hey, hey, hey! Now Mary and her mother are an awful lot together. In fact, you never see one without the other. And people always wonder if it's me or her mother, or both of them are caught. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry me. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm going to marry so she can take care of me. We'll all be merry when I marry her. Hey, 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 hey! Well, up among the heather in the hills up on a fee, I had a bonny lass sitting on my knee, and the bumblebee stung me right above the knee. Up among the heather in the hills up on a fee, Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry me. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm going to marry so she can take care of me. We'll all be merry when hey, 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 go on! I said, wee bonny lass, come spend the day up among the heather in the hills of Bonifay. Well, all the boys and girls are making us so free up among the heather in the hills of Bonifay. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm going to marry so she can take care of me. We'll all be merry when I marry my. Hey! On the Wednesday and everything's arranged. Soon to never change, I've never done the change. I'm making the arrangements and I'm gonna come the marriage is the number love to take it. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry me. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm going to marry so she can take care of me. Well, I'll be merry when I marry. Hey, come on! It's sure to be a grand affair, gorgeous and affair. It's gonna be a plate for the riverman there. I'll be a butter if I don't get my share. I'll never be mistaken. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry me. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm going to be married so she can take care of me. We'll all be merry when I marry. Come on! Just a neat little lass and her name is Mac. Oh, make no mistake, she's the one I'm gonna try. There's a lot of my fellas that will get it on her back, and I'm thinking of getting that pearly. Mary Mac's mother's making Mary Mac marry me. My mother's making me Mary Mac. I'm going to marry so she can take care of me. We'll all be merry when I marry her.
say about that?
Wow. Hey, the crowd is really cheering.
I know.
Thank you. Hey. You know what I mean?
I know that somebody's dentures went flying out of their mouth on that one.
It wasn't mine. It wasn't mine.
Oh, man. That's awesome. We're going to do another beautiful ballad like George Courtney, our good friend, would say, here's a haunting ballad. A haunting ballad. So, growing up, listening to George sing this is a haunting ballad, I kept thinking there was ghosts. Every St. Patrick's Day, there was ghosts. No, not really. Anyways, here's another song about, it's a sad tale about, it's a family. The fish, I guess they sell fish, essentially, at a market. And unfortunately, they are afflicted with a plague. And this is kind of the story of how I guess the ghosts or the journeys of these people, still lingering in the town.
Alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheels her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and it was no wonder, and so was her father and mother before, as they each wheel their barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
She died of a fever, and no one can leave her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. But her ghost wheels a barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
very much. We're going to finish this great set with the. I guess it wouldn't be in Beyond Ireland if we actually didn't do like something from the Irish Rovers, right? Yeah. So we're going to get Jade to do some vocal work for us, and we're going to say we're clear out with.
Come on.
Wasn't that a party?
Finished with a bang, eh? I tell you, last night, Jason, it was a party. It was quite the party, yes.
Could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, or could have been the 3, 4, 6 packs, I don't know. Look at the mess I'm in, my head is like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Tell me, be oh my. Oh, it's not a party. Or someone took a grapefruit. Whoa, like a hike. I saw someone under my kitchen table talking to my old Tom cow. Well, the cow was talking hockey, and the cow was talking back. Along about then everything went black. Oh, it's not a party. I'm sure it's just my memory playing tricks on me. But I think I saw my buddy cutting down my neighbor's tree. I could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, could have been the 3, 4, 6 packs, I don't know. But look at the mess I'm in, my head is like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Whoa, tell me, oh my. Oh, it's not a party. Come on, oh, Billy, Joe, and Tommy, they went to Little Fat. Well, they were sitting in the backyard blowing on the mics like somebody's police now. So you see, Your Honor, it was all in fun. The little bitty tracked me down on Main Street, where just to see the cops could run. Well, we come to see you in an alcoholic haze. I sure can use those 30 days to recover from the party. Come on, boys. I could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, I could have been the 3, 4, 6 packs, I don't know. Or look at the mess I'm in, my head is like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Tell me, oh my. Was not a party. I could have been the whiskey, might have been the gin, I could have been 3, 4, 6 packs, I don't know. But look at the mess I'm in, my head is like a football. I think I'm gonna die. Whoa, tell me, oh my. Wasn't that a party? Wasn't that a party?
It sure was a party. Thank you, God.
Wasn't that a party?
I really enjoyed myself.
Wasn't that a party?
Last one and goodbye.
Thanks very much. Good night.
Wow.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us tonight at Heart to Home. It is very different that how do I interview myself? Well, very simply, I'm going to interview my bandmates here from Beyond Ireland. And yeah, so great job, guys. You know, so that's what's fun. Is the reason it's Beyond Ireland is because it's beyond perfection. Because I mean, it's just about fun, right?
That's right.
So listen, so Alex, you know, we've had a couple of performers already that came and they said from small towns and they said from Isolde. So you're from Isolde, correct?
I am, yeah. I'm from Isolde, grew up in Irene, yeah, born and raised, and love my hometown. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. So what? But how did you get involved in music?
So mom and dad were huge into music. My dad played in a band as a teenager, and into his early 20s, and we always had musical instruments at home. My brother and I both jammed out with him all the time, and high school and friends, and we always had bands, and never let it go. I'm still here to this day, and I love it. It's great.
I also remember days in Chelmsford for karaoke night on Wednesday nights at Rock and Robin.
Absolutely.
He was the harmony guy, so that's why he's still very strong in harmonies. Jay, so you've had experiences either playing through our family, right, through music, but you've experienced the Irish scene on a different level, right, on the technical side and so forth. So tell us a little bit about like your influences in music, and then how you experienced this whole Irish Celtic stuff.
Well, you tell me everything he knows. I guess he forced into it, but not really. Chose to follow along and follow you guys play along. Like you said, after you hear the music for so long, it becomes part of you. I find it's kind of important to keep it going, keep it alive. Between being able to be part of it now, even Paddy's Patriots, Irish Capers, to be on the technical side is awesome. I can't see myself living it anytime soon.
Yeah, nice. Because I know that I find that even though, because especially with COVID restrictions, I mean, people have to realize, okay, the musicians are not working, but you also realize that we couldn't practice. So I find that the chemistry with this particular type of music in this group, I find it works really well. We can go like a year without practicing, and all of a sudden it's like it just works. But I think it's because of the music. I think it's because they're fun songs. It's high energy. So of course you feel like you have to give yourself, right, 100%. So, and of course, Dad, we talked last year about your experience of how you were just approached, by was it Ernie St. Jean?
Yeah.
Right, he asked you to be bass player, for the Paddy's Patriots back in the day. But as far as I don't know, because you've been on the scene for a lot of times. Plus, you work at the local college, so you try to inspire young people. So, what would be your words to be able to encourage people with music? Because I know you try to teach them the traditional ways, but of course, this is different. But you've kind of touched on both sides. So, what would be your recommendation to somebody who's trying to get into music and just to kind of keep it going?
Wow, that's heavy. I mean, wow, and like college-wise level, I always tell them you got to find your roots where you come from, as an average group, because if you don't know your story, no language, no music, you got no language. So that's why I encourage that, and even Irish music we're doing now. Us as Métis, Algonquin, Sioux, more mixed people together. So there is Irish Métis, there's Scottish Métis, there's French Métis, English Métis. So I encourage everybody to find their roots and find out what their music was. And if you play your own music of your own people, you'll know who you are. And you'll be very comfortable inside, and it won't be so heavy if you light it.
Well, there you go. So now that we want to go for a nap.
But
in all honesty, I think especially I'll be honest. The traditional Irish stuff was introduced through the family, but I have to say that you had the Great Big Sea CD at the house, and I'm telling you, I think I overplayed that. But that's what inspired me to continue and find it. And I find the Great Big Sea actually made a huge difference in the Celtic scene. And
They made us appreciate our generation to be able to actually appreciate the old stuff. They made it more modern, like we all do, with a fun twist on it.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do the same. Bring joy to this.
And for those who don't know, is that none of us are Irish, okay? So I usually put on the Irish accent when we perform, but this time around I just wanted to be just nice and simple, just clear that we are enthusiasts of the style of music, and we don't pretend to be experts by any means, but the thing is that we enjoy it. It's been part of our heritage, and that's why it's actually called Beyond Ireland, because it's not an Irish group. It's actually just a high energy, just a nice, fun party band, essentially. But at the same time, we get to create some magical moments with the ballads, and of course with the harmonica and so forth.
It's a group that makes their own music. They jump in when they want, right? Vocals,
there's nothing
harmonica.
There's nothing perfect about it.
No. It's just fun, right? Fun.
It's just fun. So thanks very much. So I hope you enjoyed it tonight, and we'll see you next time for the next Heart to Home.
What's your sign? Ah, these.